only looking for humans, so that these technical skills and knowledge can be used in favor of humanity, which is the main aim of education. Education was supposed to flourish humanity. For individual privileges, everybody, like man from the early times, had that capacity to look after their personal privileges. Education was meant to make people think at a larger extent for a common goal. So, which is not happening. Even we look at schools also, they are all liking to work within their own individual ecosystem, which is not supposed to be done in education. Education is supposed to be meant to flourish everyone. Even today, also, our nation is able to produce wonderful professionals, wonderful scientists, but it's only 5 to 10% of them. Whereas total quality education is meant to make every child excellent in whatever he or she is good at. That's my way of looking at it. That because it's not privilege of few, it is the right of every student, every individual to grow up as a human being who is equipped with knowledge, competency, skills, and attitude to be successful. And who has the power? Only education has the power to equip everybody with those skills which are required for the times, not only now, but in coming times. We all see children, like, in fact, um, but even today also, a little child comes to school with so much of joy and wonder. But what do we do in education by spending efforts? I mean, so much of effort by the teachers, the leaders, the schools. By the end of grade 10th or 12th, many of them are already on medication for mental health. So isn't that a concern? So somewhere we have to I mean, our policies should be full of empathy. Then delivery of those policies within the school system should be full of mindfulness. What are we doing and how are we doing and why are we doing? Is it actually helping? And the same question student must also ask. Have I understood this concept? Am I able to use this concept in the real life problem? Which problem will I be able to solve with this? Not just for the sake of, learning those right answers for the right person and just, kind of pouring it into the answer sheet. And then finally, even then also, they don't get their satisfaction out of whatever level of marks they are attaining. Neither the parents nor the teachers, because they're only hunting for more and more marks. So that level of contentment, of understanding, because once we start creating purposeful human beings, I feel those purposeful human beings will understand the agenda, then work towards that purpose, then they will feel that we've given something in return to the society, and they will be the resilient ones, they will be the compassionate ones, and they will be the ones who will be risk takers, because in uncertain times we need people who are ready to take risks, to do something which is more meaningful.
Right, I completely agree. I mean, true success really goes beyond the marks. So it's about confidence, value, and problem solving.
Of course, and that is only possible when we give them that liberating model of education, which gives
Right.
them freedom to ideate and work on their own problems. Yes.
Exactly, exactly. And if you had to reimagine that this ideal school of the future, so one that truly delivers total quality education. So what would it look like?
So I feel that of course, there's a lot we need to do in terms of sustainability. So all the lesson plans must have sustainability element in that. Human skills I have already mentioned, and it's not hard when we were talking about how schools should balance the time. So it has to be inbuilt. Everything has to be incorporated, and that is only possible that rather than just teaching 10 sums, how we can make those sums story oriented, where the child is just, I wouldn't say forced, but encouraged to think. And then, so we have to create thinkers, okay? And Then green labs, as I have told you, then there, instead of report cards, if there can be learning cards, what have I learned with, and then rubrics should be there, how much I have been able to learn. If by chance I'm failing, on the basis of the feedback by my peers, my parents, I should be excited to learn more. So we have to create seekers of learning. We marks and grades, what they do is they stop learning. So even the child who has got 100 marks in a particular subject must also know more about. So assessment and marks should create excitement in the child to learn more. That's what used to happen in our ancient education also. So I feel that, the wisdom and the values from our ancient education, the whole world was just running after our nation to get, because we were creating. It's not that we've not done so many innovations in the past. We've done a lot of innovations. Only thing is, those innovations now, which we do, should be value-based innovations. With the a particular innovation, how I'm making the world a little more better than where we are today, right? And everybody should be committed. Committed to what? Like from the top management to the gardener, everybody should be committed to every child within the system. So is it in the favor of the child? Every decision, every procedure, every policy, if it is in the favor of the child, the work automatically becomes so easy. The decisions become so simple. So that is what I feel. Though today it is looking little utopian, but I think that if we think in this direction, work in this direction, all the teachers should be respected a lot. That's completely, everybody's become so materialistic, I would say that, and they are not getting their due respect. Nobody forget about, so even the children also, they should get their due respect. So the whole system has to be very respectful, compassionate, so when we bring these human skills, earlier these used to be called soft skills, but I call these power skills, because India is known for these power skills today. Why the whole world is looking up to us? Because we have always known for our so-called soft skills, which is only in our genes. So we have to not only teach our own students, we are forgetting those today. We also have to prepare them to teach it to the world outside. So that is the kind of ideal school I look at. Nobody is bullying each other. Today, the world leaders, what they are doing is they're just putting each other down rather than thinking about how they can uplift each other. How can the world, because the world will become a better place to live only when everybody with their potential, they uplift each other. So democratic values are must within the
Right.
school systems. Children have to be taught those. And that's how I feel that a successful school where children are not, the school should not be assessed by how many 90% they have produced. It should only be seen as how many gracious, creative, compassionate youth the school has been able to produce. There has to be a system to judge that, to assess that, not by marks, because it's easy to, assess any school by scores and marks. That is little difficult, but then we can find our own ways to do that. I've also in my
That's
book have given recommendations for policymakers also.
something valuable from this.
Yeah, this is meant for everyone. Till the time all of us
Exactly.
are not on the same platform, that what do we expect from education as a whole, we won't be able to create that quality of education.
Exactly. Right, true. So let's do fun part of this podcast, which I actually love. So let's
Okay.
do a quick rapid fire round, Dr. Sharma. I'll give you two words and you
Mhm.
just pick one instinctively. Okay.
Yeah,
So knowledge or skills?
skills.
Books or technology?
Books and technology with values.
Okay. Discipline or creativity?
Creativity. Creativity itself will bring so much of discipline.
Right, exactly. Exams or projects?
Projects, of course.
And may I know the reason for projects?
Because exams, again, I would say it kind of put a ceiling on to the learning. Projects gives a chance to children to learn more and more, explore more, and then they are happy. Even if in one of the projects they have to try 100 times also, they will remain excited enough. But in exams, if they fail, they are so disheartened, they don't feel like learning more.
Right, true. So, teacher or mentor? I would say teacher, but I want to know your answer as well.
Mentor, because again, teachers, if I am in a teacher's role, I'll hear only to preach, but I have to be a mentor to kind of leave prompts in the minds of every child, mind of every child, so that they should be seeking more to know. So mentor means who is always supporting me, always handholding me, always encouraging me for more and more learning.
Okay, so I'm with Dr. Sharma. I will choose mentor after
Mhm.
this explanation. That was fun. Thank you for being such a spot. And before we wrap up, I would like to ask you, what message would you like to give to educators, parents, and students, as well as our audience, about working together for total quality education?
So let's all come together for the sake of the future which we are creating in terms of the human resources, because all of us have to be together to create the pool of human resources which the whole world is looking up to India for. And I think there cannot be a better nation than India, where there is a wonderful pool of traditions and values. At the same time, we have future focused literacy, because intellectually also our students are known for their minds, which are very, very strong. In fact, Indians have already always been known for their strong minds. So when we put these together, definitely we are ready to conquer the world, and that's only possible when we collaborate.
That's such a powerful message to end on. Thank you for sharing it with us, Dr. Sharma. Thank you so much for sharing such valuable insights with us. Your perspective reminds us that education is not just about learning facts, but about preparing students to thrive in life. So, before we wrap up, I want to share something exciting. Have you ever wondered how students can go beyond textbooks and truly stand out? That's where Connaissance Specialist comes in with its professor led profile building program. Students get to work on real research projects with university professors, exploring exclusive internships, and even dive into special modules like legal education. Along with volunteering, extracurriculars, and personal branding, it's all about shaping confident, future ready leaders. This isn't just profile building for admissions, it's about creating a strong personal identity that shines globally. Stay connected with Connaissance Specialist and give your child the edge they deserve. And I would also request, please follow Dr. Archana Sharma on their social media handlings. We will definitely link those handles on our YouTube channel. And this was an inspiring session for me. I hope the audience will definitely love this session, Dr. Archana Sharma. Thank you for being at the spot, and I mean, honored this overall over podcast session. So this is Kritika signing off from Curriculum Innovation and NEP Implementation. Until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep shining. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for
Bye-bye.
such a lovely session, ma'am, and especially the points which you raised and discussed about the how the world leaders should behave because they are the role models, and it's I'll say uh, a deeper thinking which should be imbibed by almost all the institutions. Thank you for that such a lovely podcast.
Thank you for giving me this chance to reach out to masses. Thank you so much. Shall we leave?
Yes, ma'am, we can. Thank you.
Yes.